Hey guys, Chris Bachelor here, bringing you a small quick farming method involving Patrol the Plaguelands. This can get you Glimmer, Strange Coins, Motes of Light, Armour Materials, and Weapon Parts, as well as Vanguard Reputation, and sub-faction reputations such as Future War Cult, Dead Orbit, and New Monarchy. This is pretty much a simple little loop here. We're only going to be prioritizing specific patrol missions over others. Now, the game is going to start us off at the Lord's Watch, and you want to pick up one of the two following bounties. You want to pick up either a kill everything around you style patrol, or you want to go for a kill and collect. Now, in this scenario you're seeing, I actually get one of each, but I'm going to be going for just a simple kill patrol. And it's obviously the one that's closest to us, but we only want to pick up this one, and we want to leave the other one for later. We're going to be coming back here a little bit later towards the end of the method. Now, assuming you get a little bit lucky with this method, you won't actually have to come back here. And if you do, you won't actually be in this area for too long. So we're just going to be killing everything. I'm just speeding up this section, just because I don't want to make this video take longer than what it needs to be. So I'm just going to be killing everything around here. Just have a couple enemies left to kill. Just this last Vandal here. And something you want to be doing is you also want to pick up any chests that you can pick up. And something you'll notice I do is I jump away and garrison away from the chest. The reason for that is because they can actually drop seeker mines in some of the chests, and they can actually kill you. Believe it or not, you can be the absolute max armor for a Striker Titan, and you can actually get a seeker mine that'll one-shot you. And that's not very fun. But anyway, we've done our patrol mission here in Lord's Watch. Now we're going to move away to the next area. So just keep following this path I'm taking, minus the Paratrix, of course. But as you can see, we're now here in the Giant's Husk. Now, what you'd actually want to see here is a quarantine patrol mission. Instead, I got a kill patrol, a kill and collect, and I believe the other one I got was a sort of observation sort of style mission. Now, I'm speeding this part up here as well. We're just going to be killing everything here and then moving on to another area. And you're actually going to get to see in this area what I mean about the whole chests dropping seeker mines. And it's not fun. I'll tell you that much. But as you can see, we're just killing everything, just constantly going. And as you can see, I'm using the Dread Explorer shell that you get from one of the Taken King quest lines, because it nets you Glimmer every time you kill a fallen enemy. So now, just killing a little bit of extra stuff. Any sort of engrams you get, pick them up, because if you have that same ghost shell, you'll get spin metal for picking them up. So as you can see, I got 5 spin metal there, and I can actually turn that in for extra reputation. Now as you can see, I pick up this chest, skate away from it, and seeker mines start dropping. That last seeker mine is a one-shot. Believe it or not, you can be a max armor titan that will one-shot you. So as you can see, I'm just killing these fallen that spawned in as well, just for the extra little bit of glimmer. But now we're going to be going to the Archon's Keep. And when you get to Archon's Keep, you want to see a quarantine pop up here as well. I unfortunately didn't get one. Instead, I actually get a kill and collect and an assassination. Now, in the Archon's Keep, there's 2 assassinations that can pop up. The first is "Oh Captain, my Captain," and then I believe it is Nature versus Nurture. That might be the other way around, Nurture versus Nature. You want to see Nature versus Nurture because it actually brings you back towards the Lord's Watch. And because of that, it brings you towards Bunker TRIGLAV, and it makes you kill a Hallowed Wizard. Now, this is halfway between Archon's Keep and Lord's Watch, so it's much better to get that. Now, in this area, you want to get the kill and collect that will make you kill servitors and shanks. And luckily enough, that's what I got. If you get anything else, it's not necessarily bad, it's not necessarily faster either, but it's just preferable because there are 2 servitor spawns in the area that are guaranteed, and then there's one that's a small chance. And as you can see, I'm just floating around and I get 3 shanks and a servitor spawning where they should. And just from these 4 enemies alone, you get an exceptional amount. On the SIVA interfaces, you get 83% just from these guys. Now, in this area I'm at now, there is a servitor that can spawn here, but unfortunately I didn't get him to spawn there. If I got a servitor there, we would have ended the mission right there and then. Now, there's more Shanks and a Servitor up ahead, so I just pick these guys to kill. Just getting them all over with, just getting them all mopped up. In this area, there's an anomaly patrol, which you don't want to pick up whatsoever. You just want to completely skip it. The reason for that is that brings you past Archon's Forge and into Site 6, towards sort of where you go for the Iron Tomb mission. Now, just killing this guy, just for a little bit of free time. Just getting a couple kills for some extra Glimmer. Now, this is where I pick up the Assassination. Now, as I said before, there's two you can pick up. There's Oh Captain My Captain and Nature versus Nurture. If you get Oh Captain My Captain, abandon the mission and just go back towards Lord's Watch. As you can see, I got Oh Captain My Captain, so I'm just going to move on. Now, the reason I'm skipping Oh Captain My Captain is it actually brings you past Archon's Forge. Not as far as where the anomaly would take you, but it still brings you into Archon's Forge, which is not the route we want to take. So, I'm just going to be speeding through here. I'm going to speed this section up. I'm actually going to cut the commentary here, and we'll talk again in the Lord's Watch. Okay guys, so we're now back in the Lord's Watch, and now we're going to pick up the patrol mission that we left here when we went away from this area when we spawned in. So we're going to pick this up, and now we're actually going to cut through the foundry into the rocket yard. But before that, we're just going to kill the enemies that are right here, and then we're just going to go straight through. So, the patrol I got is probably the better one you could get. You can get the same as the mission I picked up before, the Servitors and Shanks, if you didn't get that in the Archon's Keep. If you get that, there are 3 Shanks that spawn up ahead and a Servitor. It might be a captain that replaces a Servitor, so what you'd have to do is kill all enemies in the room, and then a skiff will spawn in a Servitor for you, and I believe it spawns in a couple of Shanks too, which, that on its own, will be enough to complete the mission. But for me, I got what I do believe is probably the better mission to get, so I'm just going to be killing pretty much everything else that's around here. Just take your time, there's no really need to rush through this too much. So I managed to get all of the progress done through this, so what I can do is just skate away and make my way to the rocket yard. Now, the rocket yard is the last location where you can get a quarantine. There's also kill patrols that you can get here too. If you get a quarantine, you want to pick that first. The quarantine, if you get multiple quarantines, you do one and the other will reset into something else. So there is a chance you'll end up with a kill patrol or a kill and collect. So I decided just to take out the major here just for the extra Glimmer. And I actually got a perfected Sieve offering here, and I really don't want to get perfected offerings at the moment, so I'm just quickly deleting it. Now, I checked this here and I've got 2 quarantines, so as I said before, 1 quarantine will get reset. So all I gotta do is just one of them. I'm just gonna kill these guys just for the extra Glimmer while they're already up here. And now I'm gonna pick up the patrol. Now I actually saved my clip here through the PlayStation share system, so it might skip out a little bit here. Yeah, it skips out here to a part where I'm just killing the priest, so that's my own apologies there, but once you kill him, if you've done a quarantine already, you might actually be able to skip this part and just move straight on. But if not, this isn't really much of a difficult section, just kill everything that spawns right up ahead of you. As you can see, there's some bombs being dropped by a skiff. Now, the Servitor teleports away to the area where the axe spawns. Just about every time you do this if you're already damaging him, so if you're using rockets you'll be able to kill him, but if it's a machine gun or a sword he'll probably teleport away. Now, just again as you can see, just killing stuff as they appear. I'm making use of crowd control out of my machine gun to just try and deal enough damage to these mobs here just to kill them in one burst. And I'm actually just firing off extra rounds to use spray and play on this machine gun. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dropping my bubble, which is Weapons of Light, and picking up the axe to deal a little bit of extra damage here. And we just want to kill the Splicer Priest. We don't really need to kill anything else, but we can do it just for fun if we wanted to. And I got another Perfected Offering, by the way. Now, you get a small amount of rep for killing the Splicer Priest at the start, and if you get this section, you get a little bit extra, and you get 1,000 Glimmer, which is awesome. Now, you can check other missions to see what you get. I didn't necessarily get anything that was worth picking up here, so I just ended up killing a couple enemies here, and then moving on to the Divide, which is the last section we're going to be going to before we go out to orbit. Now, what you want to see here is an assassination or kill patrols. If you get 2 assassinations, you're pretty golden. 1 is enough. I got 1 assassination and 2 kill patrols, which is fantastic. I don't actually do the kill patrols in this run. I don't really need to. But it doesn't matter what assassination you get here, they both lead you back here after completing them. And this also shows you the main reason of why you're doing these patrol missions. So I'm just going to be making my way to the target, and I'm actually just going to leave the area as soon as I kill the target and come back into the Divide, and there's a reason for that. On every planet there is a sort of exclusive patrol mission, and it's a 3-step mission that nets you 3 strange coins, well, roughly 3 strange coins every time you do it. So I've killed the target, now I'm just going to be skating my way back here as fast as possible, and I want to get back into the Divide and then pull out my ghost. If no patrol missions pop up, you got the exclusive patrol. So now you just have to wait for the ghost to kind of talk through all of its dialogue, and you'll get 3 steps. Now, one of the faster ways of doing this is to just dance and then wave roughly at the start, and you might just clear the first step instantaneously. And if those don't work, you just have to follow a couple other steps. So, as you can see, I wave, and then I dance, and unfortunately nothing happens. I try to see if it's making orbs, so I pop my bubble and nothing happens. So I use my scout rifle and try and get precision kills, and as you can see, yep, it's precision kills. So now I'm going to speed this section up a little bit because all we're doing is just trying to get the kills as fast as we possibly can. So I'll see you all at the next step.
Message sequence decrypted.
Okay, now that we're at step 2, we want to try and work out what the next step is, so we're trying to go for kills, and it turns out that it is kills. So now all we gotta do is just kill as much stuff as we can. This means that the 3rd step can be anything other than killing enemies, and it turns out the 3rd step is Orbs of Light. Now, a great way of doing this from a Defender Titan is you can actually use Iron Harvest, artifacts that give you orbs for precision kills, whether it's an elemental kill or a kill on like a fallen enemy. So I end up swapping to Iron Harvest a little bit into step 3 when I've figured out what it is. The game only requires you to make 2 orbs for this, but a bubble makes 2 orbs, but it makes it only in one go. You have to make 1 orb and then another orb, which is kind of annoying. So I get all the kills I need, and I then pop my bubble just to make sure, and as luck would have it, it turns out to be Orbs of Light. So I have got Fallen Piercer on my artifact, so I try and get a precision kill to try and make an orb. And I'm just trying to figure out if I'll get lucky enough to make orbs, and doesn't seem like we do. So I end up going to Iron Harvest in my Defender tree and using my machine gun to try and score off an orb pretty quickly. And as luck would have it, I get the kill just down here. And this is literally all you need to do. As soon as you do this, you can just go out to orbit or complete any remaining patrols in the area. So you could do these 2 kill patrols if you really need to, but I end up skipping it and just going straight back out to orbit. Now, when you go back out to orbit, you can go right back in, or you can go to the Iron Temple and decrypt any engrams that you got, any house banners you got for extra Glimmer. And if you're looking to farm armor materials or weapon parts but this way, you can go to Shiro 4 and spend your Glimmer equally between armor materials and weapon parts. So it's it's minorly consistent. It's not a half-bad farm. There are probably better spots out there you can go to for farming for something solid like Glimmer. For example, the Gatekeeper checkpoint in the Vault of Glass is still the best Glimmer farm in the game. It just takes the fact that you need a team to get in there. For solo queuing it, I'd say Siege of the Warmind is the best spot for farming Glimmer, hands down. But if you're just looking to get the Glimmer to buy armor materials, weapon parts, or, you know, decrypting engrams to get strange coins, or Motes of Light and the like, then this is probably the best spot. So hopefully, you know, this video has helped you out a little bit. If you do end up finding a spot that works pretty nicely, let me know down below and I'll check it out for myself. And, you know, who knows? Maybe it is better than this video. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you do want to see more content from me, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace out.